Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium here on Nantucket Island. As Nantucket Community Television and the Nantucket Sports Connection present Whalers Sports here this afternoon, as today the Nantucket Whalers Girls Basketball team will take on the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. Whalers with a record of 3-3, Cape Cod Academy with a record of 1-8. I'm DC Collins on the call here on the NSC, also NCTV, Comcast Xfinity Channel 1072, and also broadcasting live on YouTube. We are hanging out with Charles Douglas, also Sean Davis, and the newest member of our broadcast team here on NCTV, Patty Lynch, as we bring you all the play-by-play action scheduled to start in just a little over 6 minutes from right now. Before we get the rest of our game preview underway, we do want to thank our sponsors and also our founding underwriter for sports here on the Nantucket Sports Connection at NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our broadcasts here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. It's the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Nantucket Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Back here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. You're looking at the newest member of our broadcast team, Patty Lynch, on camera number 2 today, along with Sean Davis and our executive producer, Charles Douglas. I'm DC Collins, sitting in for Chris Morris. He's scheduled to join us tomorrow. We've got 3 girls basketball games for you this week, back to back to back. Today, the girls basketball team for the Whalers takes on Cape Cod Academy, the Seahawks. And then we've got another game for you tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock and one on Friday. Some of these games were postponed from earlier in January when we had the bad weather. Boats were canceled, and these games have been postponed. So for the Whalers, they come in with a record of 3-3, still without Maddie Lombardi, still suffering the effects from a concussion that she sustained last week, so she will be on the bench today. Nantucket last time out on Saturday, if you weren't with us, a crushing defeat to Hull by a final score of 60-23. It was all Pirates basically from the opening tap. So the Whalers looking to rebound. They're at 500 right now, 3-3. Cape Cod Academy, the Seahawks, a record of 1-8 under Coach Wayne Smith. They've been decimated with injuries, and they've actually only brought 6 players with them to dress this afternoon for this game here against Nantucket. So the Whalers will certainly have the bench points in operation today. Seahawks, well, they've got their great player, the senior Jenna Marsh, wearing number 13. She is 8 points away. As you take a look at Jillian Fraker right there, the head coach of Nantucket. Jenna Marsh, number 13 in blue for the Seahawks, 8 points away from scoring 1,000 points. So if she does do that, they will call timeout and recognize her here on Nantucket. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the starting lineups on the opening tap of today's contest. It's Cape Cod Academy taking on your Nantucket Whalers. Opening tip-off after this on NCTV and the NSC.
He's got it! He's got it! Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Welcome back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We're just about set to go. Cape Cod Academy and your Nantucket Whalers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the John J. O'Neill Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks and your Nantucket High School Whalers. Nantucket High School, the Cape and Islands League, and the MIAA ask that all in attendance join the coaches, players, and officials in practicing good sportsmanship and the supports of your teams and your conduct towards the players, coaches, officials, and other spectators. Violations to our spectator code of conduct will not be tolerated and may result in dismissal from tonight's contest. Thank you for your cooperation. And now for this afternoon's starting lineups, beginning with the Seahawks from Cape Cod Academy. Starting for Cape Cod Academy, a freshman, number 2, Quinn Powers. A senior, number 4, Lily Shanahan. A sophomore, number 5, Chloe Donovan. And a junior, number 11, Vanessa Fang. And finally, number 13, a senior, Jenna Marsh. The head coach of the Seahawks is Wayne Smith. And now the starting lineup for your Nantucket Whalers. A junior, number 1, Marin Mooney. A sophomore, number 10, Madden Myers. A senior, number 13, Adney Brannigan. A senior, number 22, Manny Tavares. And a senior, number 23, Alana Ludvigsen. The head coach for the Nantucket Whalers, Jillian Fraker. The officials for tonight's contest from the MIAA, Chris Berardi and Ben Kohler. And now at this time, we ask that if you can, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. So just about set to go here on NCTV and the NSC. Thanks for joining us on Xfinity Comcast Channel 1072, also on YouTube this afternoon. Cape Cod Academy, the Seahawks with a record of 1-8 under head coach Wayne Smith, taking on the Nantucket Whalers with Jillian Fraker at the helm. They have a record of 3-3, coming off a very tough loss against Hull on Saturday, where they were just outplayed. The bottom line, they lost 60-23. Whalers will be in their home white uniforms with dark blue numerals and letters. The Seahawks in their dark blue uniforms with white numerals and letters. Whalers will be going right to left here in the first quarter to start this afternoon's contest. So we mentioned number 13 for the Seahawks, Jenna Marsh, the senior. She is 8 points away from 1,000 points for her career, as Shanahan will fire to the three, and she connects. So a quick 3-0 lead for Cape Cod Academy, just 20 seconds into this afternoon's contest. Whalers set things up in the front court as Cape Cod Academy will go to a 2-3 zone defense. This is Tavares with it as they swing it around. 7:25 remaining here in the first quarter. And connecting from outside is Manny Tavares. The senior hits for a three, and we're all tied up here 40 seconds into this afternoon's ball game. Whalers elect to go with a man-to-man defense as Cape Cod Academy, Shanahan brings it into the front court. Lob into Fang. Fang kicks it back out to Donovan, and it's intercepted. Here's Mooney with it, the junior for Nantucket, and loses control. It goes out of bounds, and we will go the other way. Mooney had a few bright spots for Nantucket on Saturday against Hull. Came up with 5 block shots, mostly in the first half. Again, some pressure by Nantucket in the backcourt, and what Hull was doing on Saturday was sending someone long for the home run pass, and that really boggled Nantucket. Tied at 3 with 6.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Seahawks have the basketball, 15 on the shot clock. This is Donovan with it. Passes back out to Shanahan, drives in, right elbow, throws up the floater, that's good. Lily Shanahan, the senior, with 2 more points. And the Seahawks grab the lead 5-3 here with 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Nantucket kicks it back out. Brannigan has it now over to Tavares. They lob it in down low. Myers elects to pass. She's right under the bucket. Tries to go up with a shot. Now kicks it back to Tavares. Tries another three. That one off the front of the rim. Mooney grabs the offensive rebound. Here's a three from Ludvigsen. That's off the mark. No good. And grabbing the rebound is Vanessa Fang, the senior for Cape Cod Academy. Into the front court for the Seahawks. This is Marsh. Marsh being guarded by Mooney. Now they switch off, and Brannigan will guard her. 5:36 remaining first quarter. Cape Cod Academy with a 5-3 lead. Shanahan with it. Shanahan tries to lob into Fang. It goes off of her fingertips, out of bounds. They'll say last touch by the Whalers. So Cape Cod Academy will have just 2 seconds on the shot clock. And Marsh will inbound for the Seahawks. Gets it over to Shanahan, has to hurry. Buzzer sounds, shot clock violation. Good defense by the Whalers. And a turnover by the Seahawks. So here comes Nantucket over the timeline, moving right to left. Ludvigsen with it. Now it looks like a 2-on-2 zone defense for Cape Cod Academy. That three ball is way off. Mooney tries to chase it down in the corner for Nantucket. She does. Ludvigsen with a long three. That's off the back iron, no good. And the Seahawks pull away with a rebound. Shanahan in the front court, guarded by Brannigan of Nantucket. Shanahan stops the dribble. Now top of the key, this is Marsh with it. Marsh off to the right-hand side. Here's a long three. And that one goes out of bounds off the side of the backboard, taken by Donovan. And a timeout called by Nantucket. We will take one as well. 5-3 lead for Cape Cod Academy over Nantucket. 4:51 remaining in the first quarter. We're back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium in just a moment here on the NSC and NCTV.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
4:50 to go in the first quarter. Nantucket called the timeout. That leaves them with 4 for the game. Cape Cod Academy with all 5 left over. Seahawks set up at a 2-1-2 zone defense, and they whistle on a 3-second violation against the Whalers. So a turnover, and we will go the other way. A 5-3 lead for Cape Cod Academy here with 4:35 to play here in the first quarter. This is Powers with it over the timeline. Being guarded shirt to shirt there by Ludvigsen. Gets it off to Shanahan, the senior for Cape Cod Academy. And a whistle on a pushing foul. This will go against Brannigan. And so the first foul called against either team. This one goes against the Whalers. And so a side out and a fresh 35 seconds on the shot clock for Cape Cod Academy. Shanahan has it, guarded by Brannigan. Shanahan tries the right-hand side beyond the arc, loses the handle, it goes out of bounds, and another turnover, and Nantucket will get it. Tavares to bring the ball up, the senior for Nantucket. Still that 2-1-2 zone defense for the Seahawks. As Hank, the mascot, has shown up for the Whalers in the corner. Nantucket throws it out of bounds, though, and the Seahawks will get it. Whalers still going with the man-to-man defense. Set to check in is Grace Schroeder, the freshman for Nantucket, on the next whistle. And another pushing foul. And if this goes against Brannigan, that will be her second and the team's second. So Schroeder will check in, and Brannigan will head to the bench for the Whalers with 2 fouls. 3:57 left in the first quarter. We've been stuck on this score for a while. Seahawks with a 5-3 lead over the Whalers. This is Brannigan with it. I'm sorry, this is Marsh. Marsh goes in. Her pass goes astray, out of bounds, and Nantucket will have it. Ludvigsen hands off to Tavares. In the front court for the Whalers. Ludvigsen tries to drive in, goes with the floater. No good, but she does get fouled on her way up. And these will be the first 2 free throws for either team here in the first quarter. 5-3 lead for Cape Cod Academy. 3:41 to play here in the first quarter. First free throw off the back of the rim, no good. And one more coming at the line. The foul was called against Fang of Cape Cod Academy. Her first, team's first. Next one, rims around, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by the Whalers. So we'll go the other way. Powers to inbound. Gets it to Shanahan. Nantucket with some pressure in the backcourt and a whistle on another foul. This one goes against Schroeder. So between Schroeder and Brannigan for Nantucket, they're having a tough time guarding Shanahan. This will put a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Third team foul in the quarter for Nantucket as well. In the front court, this is Shanahan for Cape Cod Academy. Gets past her defender, goes in the lane, throws up the shot, no good, but a blocking foul against the Whalers, and that's team foul number 4. And Ludvigsen picks up the personal. That's her first. Here's Powers to inbound for Cape Cod Academy. Gets it off to Shanahan, fires the 3. That misses everything. Kept alive by Nantucket. Here they are on the move. Here's Schroeder up with it in the front court. Schroeder stops, pops for 3, rattles out, no good. Mooney with the rebound, back up strong, and the layup is good. And Marin Mooney gets 2 points, and we're tied at 5 with 3:05 remaining here in the first quarter. Front court now, it's Powers. Gets it off to Donovan. She'll fire the 3. Hits the glass and the rim, no good. Tavares grabs the rebound for the Whalers. Tries to hurry it into the front court. Wide open is Ludvigsen. Can't find her. Here's Mooney. She'll fire the 3. Rattles around, no good. Battle for it in the lane. Who's got it? Whistle, jump ball. And the possession arrow will point the way of Nantucket with 33 on the shot clock. We're tied at 5 here in the first quarter, 2:39 remaining. Inbounds pass to Mooney, left it short with the layup, and a whistle and a foul, though, as this will be called against Chloe Donovan of Cape Cod Academy. So that'll be her first, and the second team foul called against the Seahawks. Ludvigsen to inbound. Gets it to Myers. Back to Ludvigsen, and she traveled with the basketball. So another turnover. And now the Seahawks will have it. Again, some backcourt pressure by the Whalers. Shanahan with the basketball. Guarded by Schroeder. Shanahan gets it in the front court. And this one is intercepted. Tavares the other way for Nantucket, looking to go coast to coast. Layup is no good, too strong. And the rebound is hauled in by Cape Cod Academy. It's loose on the floor, though. Myers goes for it. And a whistle. Let's see what they'll call here. And that foul will go against Canty. I know they will call it against Shanahan. I'm sorry. I apologize. Number 4, Shanahan against Cape Cod Academy. So that's her first, team's third. Inbound to Mooney. Little jumper is no good off the side of the rim, out of bounds. Whalers still have it, though. We're tied at 5, 2:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, they try that pass to Mooney. She kicks it out. Ludvigsen with the 3. Left it short, no good. Ball still loose in the lane, picked up by the Seahawks. Now Mooney picks it up, fires the shot off the side of the rim. And now here come the Seahawks the other way. Into the front court, here's Marsh with it. Marsh trying to go up against Mooney. Moves in, layup, she's blocked, but a whistle on a foul. And Marsh will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Seahawks with 1:54 remaining here in the first quarter. And that foul is against Ludvigsen. That's her second. Team's 5th, though, so even though she was in the act for Marsh with 2 shots, Seahawks will be shooting 2 the rest of the way here in the first quarter. That free throw rattles home. That's good. Marsh adds to her total. So now, as we mentioned, coming into today's game, she was 8 points away from scoring 1,000 points for her career at Cape Cod Academy. Next free throw, up and good. 7-5 lead for the Seahawks. 1:54 left in the first quarter. Seahawks back up into their 2-1-2 zone defense. Here's the 3. That one off the back iron, thrown up there by Schroeder. And the rebound taken by Shanahan. Shanahan quickly up ahead, looking for Powers. Bit too far ahead. Powers tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Off of a Nantucket Whalers leg. So Seahawks will still have it with 28 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Shanahan. She fires the long 3. That's no good. Rebound chased down by Powers. Now gets it to Marsh. Marsh guarded there by Nantucket's Canty. To Fang. Now back to Marsh. 24 on the shot clock. Marsh drives in. Double team. Underhand layup shot is no good, but she gets fouled. And this one will go against Canty. That's her first personal. And again, Cape Cod Academy in the bonus for the rest of the first quarter as Marsh goes to the line. First free throw is good. 1:21 to go in the first quarter. Jenna Marsh at the line one more time for the Seahawks and cans that one. She's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And she gives Cape Cod Academy a 9-5 lead with 1:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Shot thrown up there by Garcia. Might have been partially blocked. Lead pass up ahead to Powers for Cape Cod Academy. The layup too strong, no good. Out of bounds, and it will go the way of the Whalers. Here's Tavares giving it into Ludvigsen. Surveys the scene. Now it looks like a 2-3 zone defense by the Seahawks. They were going 2-1-2. Ludvigsen drives in the lane, throws up a floater. Off the mark, no good, out of bounds. And it will be Seahawks basketball. with 47 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Nantucket with some pressure in the backcourt. Shanahan with it, guarded by Schroeder of Nantucket. Gets past her, into the front court, over to Marsh. Marsh drives in, splits the defense, layup counted, and the foul. Oh, what a great move there by the senior Jenna Marsh. And the basket is good, and now Marsh to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. As it's been a 6-0 run for the Seahawks as we wind down with 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Marsh's free throw is up and good. 12-5. Cape Cod Academy leading it. Ludvigsen with a push-off and an offensive foul, and will go the other way. And a little frustration there from the Whalers. So now the shot clock is turned off, and the Seahawks have an opportunity to hold for the last shot. Brannigan comes back in, and Ludvigsen for Nantucket will head to the bench. 12-5 lead for Cape Cod Academy. 31 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Inbounds pass and a whistle, and delay of game warning, as they'll say Brannigan reached over. Didn't give her enough space to inbound. And that ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Seahawks. Cape Cod Academy with a record of 1-8. As I mentioned, they've only brought 6 players with them today, so one lone player, that's Alex Parker, on the bench for the Seahawks. Nantucket with a record of 3-3, and now another whistle with 24 seconds remaining. And this is Jenna Marsh at the line to shoot 2. She's perfect from the free throw line tonight. And just 1 point away from scoring 1,000 points. That one no good, as Marin Mooney comes in for Nantucket. Garcia will go to the bench. And Marsh, her free throw rattles out, no good. Announcer's jinx right there. Shot clock turned off. Nantucket with the opportunity. It's been a 7-0 run for Cape Cod Academy to try to finish out this first quarter. Whalers have it, though, in the front court. Here's Schroeder. Her pass is knocked away by Shanahan. Shanahan has it with 3 seconds to go. In the lane, throws up the shot, no good. And the ball rattles around, and the buzzer sounds, and we've reached the end of the first quarter here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on Nantucket. Well, we were tied at 5, and then it was a 7-0 run to end the quarter for Cape Cod Academy. They lead it 12-5. Second quarter action comes your way next, right after these messages on NCTV and the NSC.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Minutes up on the board as we start the second quarter here on Nantucket. Whalers trail Cape Cod Academy by a score of 12-5. It was a 7-0 run for the Seahawks to end that first quarter. A couple of players in foul trouble for Nantucket as well. Here's Marsh. Marsh drives in. Whistle and a foul on the floor. And it's the first team foul against Nantucket here in the second quarter. And they will call that one against Myers, her first. Inbounds pass is stolen by Myers. And now pushes it up ahead. It's loose on the floor. Marsh has it, and she's tied up there with Tavares and a jump ball. And Nantucket will have the possession arrow. Seahawks leading 12-5 over Nantucket. Just underway here in the second quarter. 2-1-2 zone defense by the Seahawks. Tavares has it for the Whalers with 20 on the shot clock. Mooney. Back to Tavares. She'll try a top of the key three off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound bounces around. Who has it? It's Mooney, the junior. Gets it back off, and the long three by Schroeder is off the rim. No good. Chased down there by Brannigan. Now to Tavares. Off to the right-hand side. Schroeder fires another three. That's no good. Mooney comes in from behind. Myers goes up with a shot. That's no good. Now to Brannigan. Off the glass and the iron. No good. Rebound put up by Myers. That's no good. Finally counted in the foul. On the fourth opportunity, Mooney connects for Nantucket. Finally scores a bucket for the Whalers. And she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. And that stops a 7-0 run going back to last quarter for the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. Free throw is up off the side of the rim. No good. Out of bounds. And it will go with the Seahawks. That foul was called against Shanahan. That's her second personal and the team's first. 6:56 remaining second quarter. Cape Cod Academy 12 and Nantucket 7. Shanahan with it in the front court. Guarded by Schroeder. And it goes out of bounds. And Shanahan lost it. And so Nantucket will have it. And you can see Shanahan trying to draw the foul each time she has it coming across the midcourt stripe. Tavares with it for Nantucket. Still the zone defense by Cape Cod Academy. Down low, Myers turns with it, left it short with the layup. Battle for it on the floor. It's picked up by Brannigan. Gets it over to Schroeder. 18 on the shot clock for Nantucket. Schroeder loses control. And Schroeder gets back up. Thought she was injured there for a second. Now a bounce pass. Myers had it. Gives it back to Mooney. Her three off the side of the rim, no good. And out of bounds as it goes off of Marsh. And Nantucket will still have it. 33 on the shot clock. 12-7. Cape Cod Academy leading the Whalers. Here's a long two from the corner by Myers. That's off the mark, no good. Fang grabs the rebound for the Seahawks. And we go the other way with 6:06 to go in the second quarter. Shanahan in the front court. Off to Marsh. Marsh stuck on 999 points right now. Here's a long three. That one off the back of the iron by Shanahan. Whalers have the rebound in the front court. This is Mooney with the dribble. Mooney kicks it off to the right-hand side. Schroeder fires it. Good for a long two. And now the Whalers with a little mini 4-0 run to try to get back into it. 5:30 remaining in quarter number two. 12-9, Cape Cod Academy with the ball in the three-point lead. Here's March. Goes to the line as she gets fouled, and she will shoot two. And they'll call the foul against Nantucket's Madden Myers. Her second, team's second. Seahawks with only one foul here in the second quarter. 5:27 to go, a 12-7 lead for Cape Cod Academy, or 12-9 lead rather. And here's Marsh, and the free throw is up and good. And a timeout called by Cape Cod Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, with that free throw, number 13, Jenna Marsh, the senior for Cape Cod Academy, has reached 1,000 points for her career for the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. Please stand and give her a round of applause. Congratulations once again to the senior, number 13, Jenna Marsh of Cape Cod Academy, for scoring 1,000 points in her career. As you see Travis Lombardi from Nantucket coming over and giving her congratulations. 1,000 points for Jenna Marsh. Her family in attendance coming out to give her flowers. Still a game to play, though, as Cape Cod Academy is up by 4 points, 13-9. We've got 5:27 left here in the first half. And Marsh at the line for another free throw. She's got 8 points so far. 8 of the 13 points for the Seahawks. And that one is up and good. Foul, as I said, was called against Myers. So her second personal. 2 team fouls for the Whalers here in the second quarter, only 1 called against the Seahawks. Here's a long 3, and that's up and good as the freshman Schroeder connects. And now it's just a 2-point lead. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Seahawks. Now a loose ball, and it's picked up, but stepping out of bounds is Shanahan, and we will go the other way. A little frustration from Shanahan, too. She's been pestered all first half long with some defense in the backcourt by Nantucket. She's drawn some fouls, but she's also had a few turnovers as well. Seahawks with a record of 1-8. Nantucket 3-3 so far this season. Nantucket coming off a very ugly loss, 60-23 against Hull. That 3 is good. And guess what? The Whalers have the lead. 4:55 to go here in the first half. And Nantucket leads Cape Cod Academy 15-14. Whalers on a bit of a run here. Here's Marsh, kicks it off. 3 ball from Donovan. That's no good. Out of bounds. Seahawks will still have it with 20 on the shot clock. Shanahan to inbound. Off to Marsh. They get it over in the corner to Shanahan again. She falls down, her teammate falls down. Shanahan able to take it to the hole, and it's up and good for 2. And now the Seahawks back in the lead, 16-15. Here's a 3 for the lead for Nantucket. Back iron, no good, thrown up there by Schroeder. And the other opportunity for Mooney, she misses everything. And now it's stolen away for Nantucket. Tavares has it. She'll try a 3. Back iron, no good. Mooney bounce pass down low, and it's intercepted. And now Shanahan draws the foul as she moves into the front court. Schroeder doesn't like it. But with 4 minutes to go, a 16-15 lead for the Seahawks. And Schroeder for Nantucket gets whistled for her second personal. Team's third. 1 foul committed by the Seahawks here in the first half, or in the second quarter, I should say. This is Shanahan. Little reach in there by Schroeder. Shanahan still has it beyond the arc, top of the key. 23 on the shot clock, stops, gets it down low. Marsh layup, left it short, no good, rolls off the rim. Tavares with it for Nantucket, and a whistle and a full timeout called by Nantucket. We will take one as well. It'll be Whalers basketball when we come back. 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. Cape Cod Academy with a 16-15 lead. We are back after this on NCTV and the NSC.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Back here at John J. O'Neill Gym as the Whalers call timeout. A 3-ball off the timeout for Nantucket. Schroeder connects and gives the Whalers an 18-6 lead here in the second quarter with 3:26 remaining, and now a whistle on a jump ball, and it will stay the way of the Seahawks. Nantucket called timeout, so they've got 3 left. Seahawks with 4. As you can see on our scoreboard, 3 fouls committed by the Whalers here in the second quarter, only 1 committed by the Seahawks. Whalers up 18-16. Pass down low, intended for Marsh. That's intercepted. Here comes Nantucket on the run. Tavares has it, and it's knocked out of bounds, and they'll say it goes off of her, so Cape Cod Academy will regain possession. Some whistle, and it looked like the inbounds pass. She stepped over the sideline. So a turnover, and the Whalers will gain possession now. Zone defense by the Seahawks. They've had it all game so far. Tavares with it, bounce pass. Brannigan had it for a moment, now over to Mooney. Her shot goes off the back of the iron, no good. And the rebound hauled in by Marsh. Marsh looking to go coast to coast. Marsh drives down the right-hand side, throws up the wild shot, it's good. Oh, good defense right there by Schroeder, but Marsh just got the angle, laid it up and in, and we're tied at 18 with 2:40 to play here in the first half on Nantucket. And that pass is intercepted. This time it's Powers. And Powers traveled with the basketball. She stopped, waited for the defense to get ahead of her, but took too many steps. And so another turnover by the Seahawks. This is Schroeder. Now gives it off to Tavares. The senior will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Trying to set up the offense for Nantucket. Tavares up top along with Brannigan. Mooney now flashes. Tavares will fire the three. That's good. Right in the face of Shanahan. As Manny Tavares, the senior, connects. And the Whalers break the tie with a three-pointer. They're up 21-18. This is Marsh with it. Marsh, her pass for Fang goes off of her fingertips and out of bounds. And the Whalers will have the basketball. Well, Nantucket has certainly improved as we started the second quarter here. Off to the right-hand side, Mooney with it. Her pass to Myers, throws up the shot, no good. Nantucket grabs the rebound, though. Here's a three by Schroeder, that's blocked. And here's Shanahan the other way. Shanahan with the layup, that's good. And so Lily Shanahan, the senior, cuts the deficit to 1. Nantucket still has it. Myers with the dribble in the front court for the Whalers. Down to 90 seconds to play in the first half. Off to the left-hand side, Tavares stops. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder thought about the three. She's guarded by Shanahan. And now it's knocked away. Here's Powers with the basketball for the Seahawks. In the front court, she'll slow things down. As she is guarded by Brannigan, and a blocking foul against Brannigan. And that'll be the 4th team foul against Nantucket, the 3rd against Brannigan. So she has to go out. Ludvigsen comes back in. She's playing with 3 personal fouls, though. 21-20, Whalers with a 1-point lead. So we're down to 70 seconds to play. Fang with it for Cape Cod Academy. Here's a three by Shanahan. Off the side of the rim, chased down by Tavares for Nantucket. Pass up ahead, intended for Mooney, a bit too far. It's stolen by Shanahan. Shanahan moves in, throws up a layup. No good. Tavares with the rebound. Down to 50 seconds to play. Mooney with it. Has someone chasing her. And now Schroeder has it for Nantucket. Bobbled. Wayne Smith, the coach of Cape Cod Academy, thought it was a double dribble. Tavares' shot no good. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by Jenna Marsh. Marsh up ahead to Powers, and it's knocked away by Tavares. And then Powers gets blocked by Myers out of bounds, and the Seahawks will have it. Fast and furious here with 28 seconds to go in the first half. 28.9 on the game clock, 26 on the shot clock. Seahawks have it. They trail by a point. Here's a three for the lead. Off the front of the rim, no good. Myers corrals the rebound for Nantucket. Whalers can hold for the last shot. This is Ludvigsen into the front court. Bumps into Powers, no call. Ludvigsen gets it back. 10 seconds, and a timeout called by Nantucket. Now that only leaves them with 2 for the rest of the game, with 9.8 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 21-20, Whalers on top, holding for the last shot. We're back after this on the NSC and NCTV.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Back here on Nantucket, 9.8 seconds to go in the first half. Shot clock turned off. Whalers with a 1-point lead. They have the ball holding for the last shot. Here's Myers kicking it back out. Ludvigsen has it. 4 seconds, throws up a shot. That one's short, no good, out of bounds. With 0.9 seconds to go, Cape Cod Academy will have it. That timeout called by Nantucket, that only leaves them with 2 for the rest of the ball game. Inbounds pass goes to Marsh, and that will do it. We have reached halftime here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. It looked like Cape Cod Academy was going to run away with it at the end of the first quarter, but Nantucket stages a comeback, and they go to the locker room with the 1-point lead. Halftime here on Nantucket. Whalers 21, Cape Cod Academy 20. We'll take an extended timeout, be back with third quarter action right after these words here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection.
It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
Whaler Word is our own high school news broadcast that premieres once a week during the school year. We have just begun our second season, and our first 5 episodes are up and ready to watch.
We cover everything from school news updates, arts and entertainment, sports, and weather.
Whaler Word is a student-run production that meets before and after school.
We do our own writing, filming, and editing, you name it.
Please make sure to check us out on the Nantucket High School YouTube channel.
And our Instagram at Whaler_Word.
Catch a glimpse of everyday life at the school by watching Whaler Word.
You won't be disappointed.
We look forward to providing you with weekly updates and news. Until next time, remember, stay informed, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay connected, Whalers!
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Howard! Alex.
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Welcome to July 4th, 2023. It is busy and hot here on Nantucket, and we're going to go see what people are up to. Everybody seems to be having a lot of fun around here, so let's go. What is your favorite thing about July 4th on Nantucket?
Just the amount of people everywhere. Everyone's really excited. Everyone's dressed up. It was super fun.
I would say my favorite thing is the people and the spirit that everyone's just excited to be here and to celebrate, and most importantly to be together.
I'm from London, so this is my second 4th of July ever. Both times I've been on Nantucket, so I'm very grateful to be here. It's
That's
such
amazing.
a lovely community. Everyone is so nice, and yeah, it's really grateful.
And what is the best thing about 4th of July on Nantucket?
Nothing. It's pretty insane here, so I try to avoid.
You feel like it's actually July 4th. The celebration feels like very visceral.
Making more money while working.
It used to be when I was a kid, the fireworks. But for now, oh, wow. Going to the beach if I can.
Oh, I just love it. It's such an old-fashioned part of America here. I just love anything that happens on Main Street. We come down for, and usually for the water fight, I bring a bucket in previous years. But this year I understand that it's a little more low-key, so I enjoyed it just the way it was.
And what's your favorite 4th of July tradition on Nantucket?
The water fight.
The water fight, of course, and watching the line of Juice Bar the whole day. It's pretty great. We got all these people waiting for their 4th of July ice cream.
And we have a trivia question, if you're willing to answer. What year was the Declaration of Independence signed?
1776.
1776.
1776?
1776.
You're correct. Great job. Good job! Yes! How many original colonies were there?
13.
13?
Correct. Good job.
There were 13 colonies that became states.
Correct. See? Bottom Axe is a history major in college.
Yes, I am. That serves me well. Here I am.
Here you are. Well, that was another fun 4th of July in Nantucket. I'm going to go jump in the ocean now because it's really hot out here. Bye! Thanks for watching!
For many, the holidays bring friends and family together. But for others, the holidays can bring feelings of isolation, loneliness, stress, anger, or even suicidal thinking. These thoughts and feelings can lead to out-of-control drinking, drug use, or difficulty maintaining sobriety. If you are experiencing any of these triggers, do something about it. Reach out to family, friends, even a sponsor or coach. You don't have to go it alone. So this holiday season, if you feel you need help, reach out.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
When you add resilient gardens to your outdoor spaces, you contribute to the long-term well-being of the island. Introduce yourself to the Nantucket Footprints virtual garden tours and find inspiration to cultivate biodiversity. The first tour of a native meadow, curated by the Nantucket Conservation Foundation, is now available for free at nantucketfootprints.org.
There was this mind picture of a drug addict.
You're down and out, not somebody you want in the house. But they're our neighbors, they're our relatives, they're our friends.
I still regret not taking that warning like I probably should have.
I truly believe the lowest point of despair is the preventable loss of one's child.
If you have an addiction issue, I want to be able to take care of you. It is an equal opportunity problem.
Need help? Visit addictionsolutionsnantucket.com.
Back here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on Nantucket, Whalers with a 21-20 lead over the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. 8 minutes up on the board. We're scheduled to start the third quarter. Nantucket in their white uniforms with the ball, moving left to right across your computer and TV screens this evening. Thanks for joining us on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. I'm DC Collins in for Chris Morris, Sean Davis on camera number 1, Patty Lynch on camera number 2, and our executive producer is Charles Douglas today. Glad you could join us here on Comcast Channel 1072 and also on YouTube around the country and around the world. Here's a ball taken away by Powers for Cape Cod Academy. Gets it over to Shanahan. The three for the lead, no good. And the rebound is hauled in by Manny Tavares. A couple of players for Nantucket in foul trouble as the layup is no good by Ludvigsen. She was frustrated in the first half. As she has 3 fouls. Brannigan has 3 fouls for the Whalers too. That layup no good, and a whistle and a jump ball, and the Seahawks will have it. Cape Cod Academy coming in with a record of 1-8 under head coach Wayne Smith. They only dressed 6 players for today's game. One of them, though, Jenna Marsh, number 13 in blue, the senior, has reached the 1,000-point mark. She has the ball right now for her career. Drives in, goes in with a layup, no good, thought she got fouled, and the rebound pulled in by Mooney for the Whalers. Nantucket with a record of 3-3 as Tavares' layup is good. And the lead is now 3 for the Whalers, 23-20, just under 7 minutes to play. Nantucket with some pressure in the backcourt. If you remember, Nantucket tried this all day long on Saturday. Here's Ludvigsen with a shot. That's no good after she gets the steal. Grabs her own rebound, goes up with another shot, no good, but does get fouled and will go to the line for 2. And every time that Nantucket tried to pressure in the backcourt, it seemed on Saturday, Hull was aware of that and would send someone long for the home run pass. So far, though, it's been pretty effective against this Cape Cod Academy team. Foul was called against the Seahawks. Chloe Donovan, that's her second. Team's first here in the third quarter. And the free throw rattles around, no good. 6:44 remaining here in quarter number 3. Next free throw is up and good. The lead is 4 now for the Whalers, 24-20. Marsh has it, the senior, in the front court now as Nantucket goes to a man-to-man defense here with 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Pass goes to Powers. 17 on the shot clock for the Seahawks. Shanahan with it. At the foul line, drives into the left-hand side, gives it off. Powers will try the 3. Too strong, off the side of the rim. Mad Myers grabs the rebound for Nantucket, up ahead to Brannigan. Brannigan stops, gives it off to Ludvigsen, now back to Brannigan. Tavares thought about the 3. Nantucket working the perimeter right now. Ludvigsen steps back, thought about the 3, gets it into Myers, bounce pass to Mooney. Nice open look as Marin Mooney, the junior, was left wide open, and the layup is up and good. And now Nantucket with their biggest lead of the ball game, 6 points, 26-20, 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Remember, at one time in the first quarter, Nantucket was down by 8 points. Whistle and an offensive foul against Marsh. And another turnover by the Seahawks, and will go the other way. So that foul called against Marsh, her first, team second. Nantucket yet to be whistled for a foul here in the third quarter. Here's Ludvigsen over the timeline to Brannigan. Lob it into Mooney. I'm sorry, that is Myers. Mooney comes across. Her and Ludvigsen collide. Here's Mooney working against Fang. Spins, turns, goes up with a shot. Front of the rim, gets the shooter's roll, and it bounces through. And now the Whalers on a mini run here to start the third quarter. 7-0. with 5:07 to go here in the third. And the Seahawks will call timeout to try to stop the bleeding. Wayne Smith needs to talk to his ladies. We'll take a timeout as well. Nantucket has jumped out to a 7-0 run. They lead 28-20 over Cape Cod Academy. 5:02 to go in the third quarter. We're back after this on NCTV and the NSC.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
So after the Seahawks call timeout, Whalers left with 2, Seahawks left with 3 for the rest of the game. 7-0 run by Nantucket to start this third quarter. Layup is no good as it's thrown up by Shanahan. And here come the Whalers the other way. Mooney up ahead. Ludvigsen stops. Left elbow. Jump shot. Rattles around and falls through. It's now a 9-0 run for the Whalers as they extend their lead up to 10 points, 30-20 over Cape Cod Academy. With 4:40 to play here in the third quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it will stay the way of Cape Cod Academy. Schroeder checks back in for Nantucket as Ludvigsen will go out. Remember, she's playing with 3 fouls. Powers to inbound the basketball for the Seahawks. Gets it to Donovan. Her shot. That's up and good. And the Seahawks stop the bleeding as they get on the board. Finally here in the second half with 4:27 remaining in the third. Shot thrown up by Mooney. That's no good. Seahawks battle for the rebound. Whistle on a jump ball. And possession arrow will stay with Cape Cod Academy, 32 on the shot clock. Hey, we've got another game for you tomorrow. We're right back here at Nantucket as this girls basketball team will take on Rising Tide. 5 o'clock Eastern time for the tip-off tomorrow night. Friday, girls basketball will host Sturgis East. Same time, 5 o'clock for the tip-off. And then Saturday, the girls basketball team is home against Martha's Vineyard. 12:30 for the tip-off. All 3 of those games right here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. Shot up and good, and the lead back up to double digits for the Whalers. Powers has it for Cape Cod Academy. Whistle and an offensive foul. They will call a block, I believe, against Shanahan of the Seahawks. And so we'll go the other way. Shanahan picks up her 3rd personal. That's the team's 3rd foul. Here in the third quarter, Nantucket has yet to be whistled for a foul. And so the Whalers with the chance to extend their lead again. They're up by 10. Schroeder has it for the Whalers. Dribbles to the right-hand side, almost lost control. Powers is all over her and a pushing foul against Cape Cod Academy. That'll be their 4th as a team. So one more, and the Whalers will be in the bonus for the rest of this third quarter. And they'll call that one against Powers. Mooney has it, trying to work against Fang. Right baseline, gets double teamed. Back out to Schroeder. Here's Tavares for 3, way off the mark, no good. Screeching in for the rebound, though, and picking it up is Brannigan. Now to Mooney, working against Fang. A dribble, a shot, off the front of the rim, no good. Shanahan on the breakaway, 1 against 2. And Shanahan will just dribble out of trouble there for Cape Cod Academy. Gives it back to Marshall, fire the 3. Back of the rim, no good. And the rebound hauled in by Nantucket. This is Schroeder. Guarded by Powers, off to Tavares. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Myers, turnaround jumper. Back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Oh, it's ripped away there by Marsh. Marsh with a full head of steam as she brings it into the front court for the Seahawks. Looks to Fang underneath. Fang guarded by Myers. Back to Marsh. She'll fire the 3. That's good as Jenna Marsh connects. And she's got 12 points to lead all scorers for Cape Cod Academy. And now the Whaler lead is down to 7. Bounce pass And it is collected there by Schrader. Now off to the right-hand side. That three ball is up and good. Marin Mooney connects from beyond the arc. 10 points, the lead for Nantucket, 35-25. 2:05 to go. Layup by Fang is no good. And a whistle and a foul. And Schroeder gets whistled for the foul. That's her third. Team's first. 2:05 to go, third quarter. Fang at the line for two. A 10-point lead for the Whalers. First free throw. Right side of the rim, no good. Subs in for the Whalers. Eliza Mansfield checks in. And Ludvigsen checks back in too for Nantucket. Fang's next free throw and doesn't hit anything, so a violation, and we will go the other way. Still a zone defense by the Seahawks. Ludvigsen will fire the three from the left-hand side. That's off the back iron, no good. And the rebound by Marsh. She has some help, does not get it to Powers, takes it all the way herself, lays it up, no good. Great defense there by Tavares for Nantucket. Tavares going coast to coast the other way for the Whalers. Stops, now gives it off to Ludvigsen. Fires another three, that misses everything. Mooney able to chase down the rebound and keep it from going out of bounds. Now Cape Cod Academy will just slow things down with 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Nantucket outscoring Cape Cod Academy 14-5 here in the third. Shot thrown up, no good. Goes into the hands of Donovan. Gets it back this time to Powers, to Marsh. Now to Shanahan. Now gets it to Powers. Off to the right-hand side, Donovan. Donovan will fire the three. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Falls into the hands of Ludvigsen. Under a minute to play in the third. Up ahead to Mooney, didn't see the pass coming. And it goes out of bounds, and the Seahawks will have it. Whalers, as I mentioned, their record 3-3, a very tough loss, 60-23 to Hull on Saturday. Seahawks with a record of 1-8. Again, though, they only dressed 6 players for today's game. Here's Marsh for three. Back of the rim, no good. Nantucket with the rebound. It's intercepted, though. Shanahan has it. Goes in, and a tough foul as Shanahan hits the deck. She gets clobbered by Myers. Myers helps her up, though, so good sportsmanship there. It'll be 2 shots coming at the line, though, for the Seahawks with 36.6 to play. Foul goes against Myers, her third, team's second. Free throw is up and good by Shanahan. Marsh takes a seat on the bench. Alex Parker, the sophomore, checks in wearing number 1 for Cape Cod Academy. Myers out, and Quinn Canty, the freshman, in for the Whalers. Next free throw up and good. 1.6 second differential between shot clock and game clock here. Whalers have it. That shot off the side of the rim, no good. Fang grabs the rebound, bobbled, but it goes into the hands of Shanahan. Shanahan quickly up ahead, finds Powers. Powers layup, no good. She was wide open, and here's Nantucket the other way. Ludvigsen has Tavares. Ludvigsen goes with the floater instead. That's off the back of the rim, no good. 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. Pass goes to Shanahan. 5 seconds to go. Shanahan in the front court for the Seahawks. Throws up the shot and gets fouled with 1.6 remaining here in the third quarter. Canty picks up the foul. That's her second, team's third. But that puts Shanahan at the line for the Seahawks for 2. First one off the front of the rim, no good. .6 remaining. Next free throw. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound taken in by Donovan, but falls out of bounds, and Nantucket will have it with just .2 seconds remaining. So that's how our third quarter will end. Nantucket will go to the fourth with an 8-point lead. Whalers 35, Seahawks 27. Final 8 minutes from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on Nantucket comes your way next. 35-27, Nantucket leads Cape Cod Academy. We are back after this on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. NCTV.
Eight minutes up on the board. We start the fourth quarter here on Nantucket. Whalers with a 35-27 lead over Cape Cod Academy. As the three is put up there and left short by Shanahan. And the Whalers grab the rebound. Whalers in white going left to right across your computer and TV screens here on this Monday evening. As the three, that one was partially blocked, and Cape Cod Academy has it. Shanahan in the front court. Shanahan still going. Shanahan gets fouled, and the whistle is called against Mansfield. That's the team's first, and actually they call it against Canty, her third. I'm DC Collins in for Chris Morris this afternoon, along with Sean Davis on camera number 1, Patty Lynch on camera number 2, and our executive producer, Charles Douglas, this afternoon. We are John J. O'Neill Gymnasium here on Nantucket. The Whalers with a 3-3 record, taking on Cape Cod Academy with a record of 1-8. Nantucket was down by 8 points in the first quarter, but a huge third quarter for the Whalers has put them in the lead, and now a foul against Shanahan. Offensive foul, and will go the other way. And a foul against Shanahan. And a timeout will be called by Cape Cod Academy. So we'll take one as well. 7:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Nantucket basketball, when we come back, they lead Cape Cod Academy 35-27 here on NCTV and the NSC.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
You know how they send the advisory announcements in an email? I never read those.
Same, and then I never know what's going on.
Your advisor should be showing the Whaler word during advisory.
Or you can check out old and new episodes on Nantucket High School YouTube channel.
After the timeout called by Cape Cod Academy, they only have 2 left for the game. Nantucket with 2 as well. Clock running. We've got 7:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Nantucket basketball moving left to right, and they're up by 8 points, 35-27. Zone defense by the Seahawks. Here's a long 2, and that's up and good. Marin Mooney connects. And so the lead back up to 10 for the Whalers, 37-27. 7:10 to go here in the fourth. Shanahan with the basketball. She's playing with 4 fouls for the Seahawks. 1 more, and she's disqualified. Goes off to the left-hand side. This is Powers. And now back to Marsh. Marsh will fire the 3. Hits the back of the rim, no good. Mooney grabs the rebound. And also important to know that the Seahawks, again, only dressed 6 players. So they've got 1 on the bench right now. That's Parker. Traveling violation against Nantucket, so a turnover. And the Seahawks will have it coming the other way with 6:44 to go in the game. Parker with it. I'm sorry, that's Shanahan with it for Cape Cod Academy. Guarded by Schroeder. Fang has it, right elbow, stops. Back to Marsh. Bounce pass, and it's knocked away. Good defense there as Tavares stepped in front of the pass for the Whalers. Tavares with the basketball to the right-hand side, goes up with the shot. Leaves it short. Rebound is kicked back out. Ludwigson with the shot. That's good from the right elbow. And the lead now is a dozen for Nantucket. 39-27, 6 minutes to play in regulation. Shanahan to Marsh. Shanahan will try a three at the top of the key. That's way off the mark, no good. And it bounces out of bounds, and the Whalers will have it. This is Brannigan checking back in, as Tavares, the senior, will head to the bench. Still with, looks like a box and one defense now. As the three ball is left short. Fang with the rebound for the Seahawks. Over to Marsh. Nantucket with some pressure in the backcourt. Up ahead to Shanahan. Cross-court pass to Powers, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Seahawks with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Powers to inbound. To Marsh. Marsh in the lane, throws up the shot. Back of the rim, no good. Mooney corrals the rebound. Ludwigson, headman pass, wide open was Brannigan, just a bit too far in front of her. And it goes out of bounds, and we will go the other way as Cape Cod Academy will have it. Some pressure in the backcourt now again by the Whalers. Shanahan gets it right back to Powers. Powers cross-court pass over to Marsh. Marsh lobs it into Fang in the lane. Right elbow, spins with it. Gets it knocked away. Stolen by Nantucket. Here's Ludwigson with it. Ludwigson on the move in the lane with the floater. That's up and good. And the lead is now up to 14 points for the Whalers with under 5 minutes to play in the game. Al Shanahan with it for the Seahawks. Rolls in, throws up the shot, no good. And the Whalers have it. Whalers in the front court. Ludwigson. Cross-court pass. Mooney dribbles to the right side. Gives it off to Garcia. Her shot hits the bottom of the net. That's no good. Headman pass up ahead. This is Powers for the Seahawks. Stops right there. Stopped in her tracks. And turns it over. Schroeder intercepts in the front court right now. Stops for three. Off the mark. No good. And bounces out of bounds. And so Cape Cod Academy will have it. And the substitution right now is Parker comes in for Shanahan. Shanahan's hobbling just a bit for Cape Cod Academy as she comes to the bench. Fresh shot clock for Cape Cod Academy. They have it in the front court. Marsh gets fouled on the floor, though. So that'll stop the clock. Foul is called against Marin Mooney, her first. Jumper from the corner by Marsh. That's an air ball. Ball loose on the floor. Nantucket looking to outlet. Pass, though, is intercepted. Here's Marsh the other way for the Seahawks. And a whistle and a reach-in foul against Nantucket. That foul goes against Schroeder. Her fourth personal, 3 fouls against Nantucket here in the fourth. Knocked out of bounds, and it stays with Cape Cod Academy. Donovan with it. Back to Powers. Nantucket with a man-to-man defense. 3:40 to go in regulation. Marsh has it. 20 on the shot clock for the Seahawks. Marsh still with it. Dribbles between the circles, guarded by Mooney. To Fang. Fang, give and go with Marsh. Marsh goes in. Lots of contact. Stripped away by Nantucket. Whistle, though, and Brannigan traveled with the basketball. So a turnover by the Whalers. Seahawks still in this one, even though they trail by 14 points. Nantucket really hasn't pulled away yet. Cape Cod Academy still hanging around. Here's Powers going to her left. Gives it off to Donovan. Shot no good. Tavares for Nantucket. Up ahead. Schroeder with it. Fires the shot. Way off the mark. No good. Marsh grabs the rebound for the Seahawks. Marsh over the timeline in the front court. Myers set to check back in for the Whalers in a moment. 2:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lob into Marsh. Marsh with contact, and the layup is no good. But she'll go to the line to shoot two as the foul is called against Brannigan. And for Brannigan, that's her fourth and the team's fourth. So the next foul will put Cape Cod Academy in the bonus. That's something they have to realize as the free throw is up and good. Be aggressive going to the hole. If you get fouled, you'll be able to make up the deficit at the charity stripe. Garcia out. Myers back in for the Whalers. One more for Marsh at the free throw line. Up and good. And a steal right there by Powers. Layup is good, so a quick 4 points. And now Nantucket will call timeout to try to get reorganized. We'll take a timeout as well. 41-31, Nantucket ahead by 10 points. They get the basketball with 2:43 remaining in the fourth quarter when we come back here on NSC and NCTV.
What is Stroll? Wow, it's about the feelings of Christmas. I've said for many years that Norman Rockwell himself could not have thought up a better weekend festival. Truly, it's magnificent. Christmas Stroll in Nantucket is full of good feelings.
Back here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on Nantucket. Whalers left with just one timeout for the rest of regulation. Cape Cod Academy with two. Got 2:35 on the game clock here in the fourth. Nantucket with the ball up by 10, but a little mini run by the Seahawks. As Mooney fires the shot, that rolls off the rim. No good, out of bounds. And the Seahawks will have it. Again, I'd like to thank all the sponsors for bringing you Nantucket Whalers High School sports here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. Pass up ahead. This goes to Powers for Cape Cod Academy. Got to hurry as they trail by 10 points, and it's out of bounds, and the Whalers will have it. 41-31. Whalers up by 10. Nantucket to inbound with Ludvigsen at the scorer's table, ready to check back in. Myers, bounce pass. Over to Brannigan. Myers now will fire a three. That's way off the mark, no good. And a pushing foul against Mooney. So we'll walk the length of the court as it'll be two shots the rest of the way. Double bonus situation for Cape Cod Academy with 2:02 remaining here in the fourth quarter. As I mentioned before the break, this is a way that the Seahawks can get back in the game with Nantucket fouling. So Fang will be at the line to shoot two. Foul was called against Mooney, her second. Again, 15 foul against the Whalers. So the Seahawks in the double bonus for the rest of the way. Fang's foul shot up and good. Only one foul called against the Seahawks. Fang's next shot, side of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Marsh for the Seahawks. Here's a three. That one off the side of the rim, no good. And Nantucket controls the rebound. Oh, that would have been a huge bucket for Cape Cod Academy if that went down. Seahawks, though, have it, though. Shanahan to inbound. Fresh shot clock. They get it into Powers. Fang in the lane. Streaking. Marsh streaks through the lane too. Here's Shanahan. Over to Marsh. Marsh with the dribble drive. Layup is no good, but she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. And that goes against Myers, and that's her 4th. And so Marsh at the line. She'll shoot 2. 1:38 remaining. Cape Cod Academy trying to climb back into this one at the charity stripe. First free throw rolls in. It's good. One shot left for Marsh at the line. That one rims out, no good. Fang picks up the rebound though and dribbles it out. Fresh possession. Here's Marsh again. Over to Fang. Fang loses it. Gets it back though. Over to Shanahan. Drives in, left baseline. Shot no good. Lots of contact. Shanahan gets the rebound. Another possession for Cape Cod Academy. Over to Marsh. She'll fire the 3. That's off the mark. No good. And Nantucket finally secures the rebound. Oh, the Seahawks with multiple opportunities right there. Still an 8-point lead for the Whalers as they bring it across the timeline. And we're down to a minute to go. Ludvigsen off the back iron, no good. Marsh grabs the rebound. Seahawks have to hurry. They're down by 8. Up ahead, this is Donovan. Layup too strong, no good. And Mooney grabs the rebound for Nantucket. And a whistle and a traveling violation against Nantucket, so they'll turn it over. So the Whalers still with an 8-point lead, but the Seahawks not going easily, as they will call timeout. That leaves both teams with 1. We'll take our final timeout as well. 46.2 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Whalers basketball up by 8, 41-33. Back after this on NCTV and the NSC.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
After the timeout called by the Seahawks, 46.2 seconds remaining, 4th quarter here on Nantucket. Whalers 41, Cape Cod Academy 33. Seahawks have to hurry as they trail by 8 points. Both teams with 1 timeout left. Into Marsh, knocked away. Shanahan has it. To Marsh, 35 seconds to play. Marsh goes up with a layup, no good. Goes back up, and this time a whistle and a foul. And she will go to line to shoot 2. And that'll be against Myers. Oh no, they'll call it against Mooney. Myers thought it was called against her. That's why she was walking over to the scores table. She thought that was her 5th. So Marsh at the line with 30 seconds remaining. Free throw up, front iron, no good. One more at the line. Back iron, no good. And the rebound controlled by Nantucket. Shot clock turned off. Seahawks will a foul. They trail by 8. Doesn't look like it. And Nantucket will bring it into the front court, and that should just about do it for this afternoon. Remember, on Saturday, a brutal loss, 60-23 to Hull. Now we're down to the final seconds here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Ball goes out of bounds. Nantucket will have it with just 4 seconds remaining. Inbounds pass goes to Mooney, and that should just about do it. Shot goes up. Buzzer sounds, and Nantucket comes back. They look down and out in the first quarter, but the Whalers improve to 4-3 overall after they defeat Cape Cod Academy this afternoon by a final of 41-33. to 33. Seahawks fall to 1-9. We'll take a break. Hope to be back with a coach and a player after these words. 41-33. Whalers win it over the Seahawks. Back after this on NCTV and the NSC.
Whistle.
The board of Nantucket Youth Lacrosse and the coaches are wildly passionate about the sport of lacrosse and teaching it to Nantucket's kids. I'm Gary McCarthy, president of Nantucket Youth Lacrosse. The dedication of not only the players, but the parents and coaches to running this program is really inspiring.
So what I love about the Learn to Play program is when I show up every day, the kids are coming smiling and all they want to do is have fun.
This is my third year coaching the girls Learn to Play lacrosse team here. What I really like about it is that for those that are newer to sports, they're learning leadership skills, team building, communication. They're learning not only just how to pick up and pass and catch and shoot in lacrosse. There's so much more to be gained.
The beauty of this program is to grow the love of playing and then to grow the love of the game of lacrosse and playing the game of lacrosse.
I first got involved with Nantucket Youth Lacrosse back in 2012 when we had one U15 team, and it has grown tremendously. It has been incredible to be a part of such a program.
My passion for coaching I didn't know was there until I started. Being on the lacrosse board and helping out coaching has allowed me to kind of give back to Nantucket since it is such a wonderful community.
We're driven as a board to promote inclusiveness across social, cultural, and economic backgrounds. With your assistance, financial assistance, we've been able to do that. We've given scholarships for both registration and lacrosse equipment to over 60 kids. We've also partnered with the Nantucket Boys and Girls Club for all the first and second grade Learn to Play program and made the program completely free.
What this has done for us collectively with both teams has brought together a team spirit.
When I first moved here, I found myself kind of looking towards sports and my coaches and teammates to make relationships. But when I got on the practice field and strapped up, that's really where I took off.
It gives them an opportunity to meet their new friends that they may not see in the class all the time, have that team effort and support and friendships that are built. And it's also teaching them a new sport, which is really exciting as well.
Without the youth program, our high school team wouldn't be where we are today. A lot of that is because we've been able to bridge the gap between the youth program and the high school program. They all work together. They start working on plays when they're in U11, U13, and then they fine-tune them at U15, and it gives us the opportunity to grow.
And that's what it is. It's a pipeline. And if the bigger you can start the pipeline early, the more the high school is going to benefit in the end.
The time that they're able to spend together on the boat, on the bus, hanging out, our 50-minute game is actually an 8-hour game. These girls grow up together. They learn to work together. They learn how to travel together. It's one of the better organizations on the island, and I'm proud to say I was a part of it.
Look, this doesn't happen without you. We love the sport.
41-33, Nantucket defeats Cape Cod Academy this afternoon here on Nantucket. I'm DC Collins. We are here with head coach Julian Fraker and also one of her players. Outstanding performance by Ilana Ludvigsen. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll talk about Saturday for 2 seconds to get it out of the way. A very tough loss against Hull. This time Cape Cod Academy comes in here. You guys were trailing at the end of the first quarter. What did you say to the players during the second quarter which sort of turned it around and gave you momentum to finish the game?
Just continue to play our game.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the easiest thing to do with the ladies at the locker room at halftime, knowing that you had the 1-point lead? Tell them to stick with it?
Stick with it, right? We came out fresh half. We have to stick with it on defense, right? That full court press, turn those transitions into baskets, and less turnovers. That's what hurt us on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's what our goal for the entire game was, less turnovers, and we accomplished that.
How was it trying to juggle the players in and out with some of the foul trouble that you guys got into in the second half?
It was okay because I trust the bench. We have a really deep bench right now, and the entire team is in it. You can see the intensity on the bench was sometimes more than the floor, so it's easy as a coach to trust that I can bring whoever into it.
Let's talk about the player you brought up with us now, number 23, Alana London. So I know that you were intense too. You didn't like some of the calls from the officials. It was sort of back and forth effort, physical contest. How did you guys manage to pull it out, starting with the second quarter? What did you hear from Coach between the first and second quarter that made a difference for the rest of you guys?
You know, that's a great question because it's literally what she told you. Just stick with it. It's a mod, like it's your mind. Like if you're not in it, you're not going to play your best. You're not going to play how you want to play. So having everyone coming together at halftime and everything, and everyone just slowing everything down. Me getting foul trouble early, you know, it's take a deep breath.
What's the difference between Saturday and today? What's the biggest difference? The turnover. Besides just going from Saturday to Sunday to Monday.
Turnovers. We slowed down. We actually took the time to actually move the ball around a lot better than we did Saturday for sure. I think we were also tired coming from a hard game, whatever the night before, but we hope to keep this energy up for tomorrow.
And you do have a big game tomorrow. That's going to be against Sturgis, at least 5 o'clock. And then you also have another game coming up later on the week on Friday, and then Saturday as well. What's it like to have 5 home games in a row? I know a lot of these have to do with postponements from earlier this month, but what is that like knowing that you guys don't have to travel anywhere for the next few days?
Honestly, I'm super excited. It's great. I mean, we get to play in front of our people, our fans. The energy hopefully is going to be great, so I'm just excited to see how it turns out.
I think I got some moves too. Can I join the team?
Yeah, go for it.
As a coach?
There's no turnovers.
Thank you very much. That's Alana Ludvigson. Thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on the win. Coach Jillian Fraker, congratulations as well. And we will see you guys here in less than 24 hours for the game against Sturgis.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you very much. So that'll wrap things up from here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Nantucket Whalers, after a very ugly loss against Hull on Saturday, they come back, they defeat Cape Cod Academy after being down after the first quarter. Final score 41-33. That'll wrap things up. Again, we've got coverage for you tomorrow. The Nantucket Whalers Girls Basketball team will take on Rising Tide. 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time starts our pregame show, approximately 5 o'clock for the tip-off. Then they've got Sturgis East on Friday at 5, and then Martha's Vineyard on Saturday as well. I want to thank the crew. That includes cameraman Sean Davis standing right behind what you see here. Also, Patty Lynch joining the crew as well. And our executive producer over there in the corner is Charles Douglas. In for Chris Morris, my name is DC Collins. Final score for the final time here on Nantucket. Whalers victorious today, 41-33 over Cape Cod Academy. You've been watching Whalers Sports here on Nantucket Community Television and the Nantucket Sports Connection. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, and thanks for watching, everyone.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our